Alright, so I got my tool, just came in through the mail. Here's all your parts, got it all figured out. Everything's separated to where I need it. So now we're going to go with the instructions and we're going to try and figure out how to put this thing together. So according to the instructions, we need to put the brackets on the back side first, and it says bottom unfinished side. Obviously this is the finished side, because if we look at the other side, it doesn't look anything like that. It's still the old plain wood. And you can see there are pre-drilled holes in where the brackets actually have to go. So we're going to line this up, turn both pieces over. Alright, and this is how it's going to go together. It's just like this. So we need to take our brackets, 4 brackets, and the screws for them. Get these all here.
My turn.
And we want to use 4 brackets because we want it to be as sturdy as possible. Obviously, we want to still be able to move it. So we're going to just line up the holes on the bracket with the holes that are on the board. Alright, there we go. Now we've got our board put together there. Flip it over if we want. Got our board. You can see. Now if you're super picky about this, a little bit of a crease, I don't personally think it matters. Your ball's not going to hit a jump or anything. It should sit fairly flush when you screw this in with the pre-drilled holes, so it should be okay. But now we're going to move on to the next part. Now we got our board put together. Next part is we got to put our brackets on. So we got to put these brackets on in order to make it to where we can get our turnbuckle to sit up. So we're going to flip this board back over to the other side, and actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to stand it up. Alright, so we're going to lean this up against the wall. We're going to take a bracket. You're going to line them up with the pre-drilled holes. This should line up directly on the edge of where this starts, where the cut is actually started. Alright, so according to our directions, the next thing we need to do is we need to put the turnbuckle on that actually traps the ball. So we need the little nut and bolt along with the actual bracket or the brace that goes on the tubing. So we're going to set this up inside the brackets. So it's this way. And try to get it centered as close as possible. You don't have to get it perfect yet. But we're going to put this downward. So with the holes facing down, we're going to go down on to the pipe. And so then you're going to put it up against this. You're going to line them up, and you're going to take the nut. You're going to put it through the back side, through the very top hole here. And you're going to put your nut on there. Alright, here we go. Last step. So at the end of these pipes of the turnbuckle, you have a small hole and a big hole. We have to make sure the big hole is facing up, small hole at the bottom. You're going to take your last screw with washer, and you're going to put it through the end out here, and you're going to drop it in that hole so it fits in there, and then you can place this wherever you want. Put your screwdriver through there, or your drill, whatever you're going to use. Place it where you want, and you should mark and maybe even pre-drill the hole where you want it to make this turnbuckle as tight as you want. And then just drill it in, tighten it down. And don't over tighten it because you don't want to pop it through there, you just want it to make sure it's not going anywhere. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. There you go. So then you just go back through the turnbuckle, since you have these where they're at. And the reason I left these loose is because then you could move this to get it a little bit more centered. So this is a little bit more straight across. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just kind of want it there to be able to see, to make it look better, obviously. So you're just going to take your screwdriver or whatever, and you're going to run through here, and you're going to just tighten all three of these turnbuckles up. And now you'll see that it's good to go. The ball will bounce right through here and bounce off of it, come around and right back to you. So there you go. You've got yourself a axis release trainer by BowlerX, and you'll be good to go. You take your oil, you go watch the video on how to use it, take the oil, spray it down, and you'll be good to go and be able to throw the ball as many times as you want on your own training facility here. So good luck, high scores, and we'll see you out on the lanes for a little bit more training. Take care.